A couple years ago from today, not from today, a couple years ago and some change from today, I remember making a video saying my baby got an upgrade and we were adding the Leopard A1A1 to War Thunder. Well, this is 2018, motherfucker, and we got the Leopard 2A4. So many people. I was not gonna make a dev blog about this. I wasn't because I was like, yeah, of course. Everybody who sees it is gonna be like, yeah, of course, Slick saw it. But you want me to make a video on it. Of course, it's my favorite tank in the game. This has been my most anticipated tank coming. I've been waiting for the production Leopard for a very, very long time, especially since they were adding the Abrams and whatnot. This is the first thing I thought of. When are we getting the Leopard 2? Well, here it is. No Leopard 2K no more. No fake shit. This is a real Leopard 2A4. This is production. 700 millimeters in certain spots against ATGMs. It's got good armor. It's fast. It's got the 120 millimeter Rheinmetall gun. And I cannot wait to play it. So I'm going to read a little bit about this from what Gaijin says. And then after I read this stuff, we'll talk about what I think this tank's going to do in the game, how I think it's going to fare against the tanks they're adding, and what is it going to be OP? Is it going to be way better than everything we have in game now or not? So, first off, entering service with the German Bundeswehr in mid-80s, the Leopard 2A4 was the final modification of the early serial production Leopard 2. War Thunder tankers and fans of German ground vehicles can look forward to the addition of one of the most iconic German steel beasts of all time coming to update 1.79, and I definitely don't disagree. This is one of the most exciting tanks and exciting days in War Thunder history. Seriously. I mean, I never thought playing closed tank beta way back in the day, Panzer III, on, what was that map? Karelia, I think at the time. And this was before it was out, right? We used to just play Karelia, and everybody was using APCR back in the day because APCR was like the end-all be-all. And then I remember the IS-4M and the M26 being like insane tanks. The Mouse, top-tier tanks. Now we're here. We're right on the cusp of being a modern game, and I am so goddamn excited for it. A lot of people are afraid of change. A lot of people are going to say, well, the stock grind on this tank might be bad. Like, listen, grow up. Look at this model. Somebody spent hours making this model, and this is in War Thunder. We get to play it. I just hope that they fix how APDS and penetrating shots kill tanks. I hope that it becomes a little bit better. Response time, a little less fake when you pen a tank and it doesn't die. As long as they work that out, I'll be excited. So in War Thunder, the new Leopard 2A4 will continue to expand the roster of vehicles available to tankers at rank 6 of the German ground force tree. Compared to the already familiar Leopard 2K, the 2A4 vastly expands the options available to its commander by offering noticeable improvements, most notably in the protection department. Unlike the 2K, the 2A4 offers significantly better protection compared to its predecessor. As the Leopard 2A4 moves away from relying on thin yet sloped armor and using composite solution because it's far more effective, it's able to more often rely on deal with incoming fire than the 2K, capable of taking hits and remaining combat operational. That's such weird wording. I think it's because it's all translated. Allows the Leopard 2A4 to take on a much more central role in combat. Basically what they're saying is this tank has way more armor than the 2K. It's going to be more of a it's an MBT. It's more of an MBT, as the 2K isn't necessarily an MBT. Leopard A1A1, not necessarily an MBT, in my opinion. I think they're fast flanking tanks. They're good at flanking. They're good at punching holes in tanks. They got good firepower. But as soon as you get hit with one of them, you're pretty much dead. What they're saying here is Germany produced a tank that can actually stop ammo. However, better armor protection usually comes with the expense of weight. This is most certainly the case with the Leopard 2A4. Its combat weight of 55 tons, quite a weight increase over the 2K's 50 tons. So it's 5 tons heavier. Both machines use a 15,000 horsepower engine. Future Leopard 2A4 commanders will have to take into account the slightly reduced power to weight ratio as well as a decreased top speed, about 2 kph. So you lose 2 kph, you have the same engine, and apparently there will be 5 tons is definitely going to add some to the acceleration. So it's not going to be as fast. But I still think that this thing will probably be up there in one of the fastest tanks in the game. The primary armament choice also remains the same, using the Rheinmetall 120 L44 smoothbore canning. Very excited for that. We'll have to see what kind of ammo they add to this, but you know, you never know. I mean, they could add some crazy round. These guns are the guns that we still use today. I mean, on some of these tanks. Yeah, there's a little bit they changed. I think the 2A7 uses a different variant of a 120. It's a longer one, but you know, they're derived from the same gun. This is where we start to experiment with ammo that was used in the Gulf War. I mean, these are rounds that will pen hundreds and hundreds of millimeters of armor, and we're gonna have tanks with composite up the waz pretty soon, I think. So I'm pretty excited. Now, of course, this thing has no roof-mounted 20 mil. Instead, it has a MG3 on top. What's that good for? You see a Scorpion, you shoot him. You see an AA, you can't do anything. That's what that means. You have to kill tanks with your gun, kind of like you used to on the Leopard A1A1. That doesn't mean that 2K isn't a good backup. I think that this will actually be a pretty good tandem duo. The 2K and the 2A4 will be fantastic with the LEOPARD and everything else. So, what do you guys think about the 2A4? I am absolutely ecstatic. I cannot wait. You know, these are my favorite tanks in the game. These are my favorite tanks in the world. I've loved the Leopard ever since I've seen one. Whatever game it was. I think it was World of Tanks that I saw the first Leopard. They had the Leopard 1 as the top tier German tree when they added that. And I was like, dude, that tank is so sick. Why is it so sick? And then I've always loved the 2A6. So growing up, I always saw those tanks, right? Like I'd see the Abrams and like I like the Abrams, I like the Charlie too, don't get me wrong, they're cool tanks, but something about the Leopard 2A6 always called to me. Something about that spearhead turret and how it sat. And then, you know, as things developed, video games developed, I started to play these vehicles in video games. I mean, I just love the Leopards. I just love them. I don't know why. It's just my favorite thing to play. It's always been my favorite thing to play is the Leopard A1, the Leopard A1A1. And now this thing is just so welcome, you know, because I've been getting sick of War Thunder. Not sick of War Thunder in terms of playing. I've been getting sick of, like, the bullshit that happens at top tier. So I'm hoping this is it, right? Like, I'm gonna play this tank, I'm gonna enjoy this tank regardless, but if they don't fix some of the ammo things, I think the longevity of this patch will decrease, and I think that the longevity of these patches have been decreasing, right? People are playing them less and less for a shorter duration of time because of all the small problems that have been here all along, the problems that have not been fixed. So I really hope that Gaijin heeds the warnings of some of its content creators and fixes some of these problems that have been coming out and really rising to the top of the shit list as of late, and just get them nipped before all of this stuff comes out, or right when this stuff comes out, because you know, I don't want to be in this tank and I want to shoot an Abrams in the side and have it not die. You know, that type of shit. This round is moving far too fast to say, oh, you yellowed a crew. There's no way. The force created inside the tank from a round penetrating, going at the velocity that these rounds go, would cause the entire crew to turn to fucking mush. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If it goes through the turret, everybody in the turret's dead. Maybe the driver could live, you know, but at that point, it should be a dead tank. It's a dead tank. If you hit the ammo and it's got the blow-off panels, that's ingenuity. That's the tank working how it's intended. I understand if I don't kill it that time, but whenever I hit a crew member, I want the tank to be disabled. And I think a lot of you guys will feel the same way I feel about that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below with the things I said. I know it's a little up and down with what I'm saying. I'm a little excited. I don't know how to do these videos anymore when there are things that I'm really excited for. You know, I'm like a kid in the candy store. I just sit here and I blab on about how much I love this tank, and I can't really get my head around how it's going to perform or anything. I think it should be a pretty good tank. I'm curious to see what the stock round will be. Hopefully they put a stock APFSDS with an upgraded APFSDS for this tank, and I think it'll perform just fine. So I'll see you guys in the next one. The Liatmobile will be out later on today. I just ate mad food. I want to burp. but I'm not doing it. I will not burp during this recording. But after? Oh, but after. You wait. So yeah, I think stock APFSDS would be the best choice for this. Hoping they do that. The heat shell would be pretty sick, but let's be honest. We all use APFSDS anyway. And yeah, what do you guys think? Are you gonna love the shit out of this tank? I'm gonna love the shit out of this tank. And I'll be live with some War Thunder soon. Probably like when this video goes up, I should be live with some War Thunder playing that. And then after I'm done with that stream, I'm gonna release the Leopmobile vehicle finally. I know it's been 2 days of me saying, yeah, I got it. But all these devlogs have been coming out at the weirdest times. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in the next one. Hopefully see you on stream. Peace.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks.